Welcome to In Play. Now you can watch the show all the way through or you can watch it clip by clip. Now let's get right to the big story today.
Ted Cruz is the keynote speaker at a Republican fundraising event tonight in Dublin, New Hampshire. His visit to that state is seen by many, including us, as a crucial test for his 2016 presidential ambitions. Sean Sullivan is on the ground in Peterborough, New Hampshire, and he joins us via the magic of Skype. Hey, Sean.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Hey, Sean.
We're good. Let's get right to it. Southern candidates have a very mixed track record in New Hampshire when running for president. This is a test for Ted Cruz, is it not?
This is absolutely a big test. I mean, you said it. If you go back to 2008, look at Mike Huckabee. He did really well. He won the Iowa caucuses, came to New Hampshire, didn't have very much luck. 2000, you have George W. Bush, the Texan, winning in Iowa. He comes to New Hampshire. He gets beaten by John McCain. So this is not the sort of ideal political environment for somebody like Ted Cruz, a conservative from Texas, from the South. This is a really big test. This is his first trip here as a senator. So, absolutely a big test for him.
Now, Sean, you spent a lot of the summer covering Ted Cruz, including when he was in Iowa. How are the people there and crowds in general reacting to him?
I mean, his reaction has been, loud cheers and more loud cheers. He's been making his way through, conservative summits. He was in Iowa. He's been in South Carolina. And everywhere he goes, he has been received as a rock star. People love him. They love to hear him talk. They love to hear him crack jokes. They love his, sharp, sort of uncompromising conservative rhetoric. But again, we'll see how that plays here in New Hampshire, which is not exactly Iowa, and it's not South Carolina. It's certainly not Texas.
Yeah, great point, Sean. I want to touch on one thing before we let you go, because it's gotten a little bit of press, and you've mentioned it, but not a ton. Talk about Ted Cruz's dad, sort of his influence on him and their ties and their sort of relationship.
Yeah, this is a fascinating guy. I mean, his father immigrated from Cuba. Senator Cruz is fond of telling the story about how his dad came over to the U.S. with $100 sewn in his underwear and nothing else. And he likes to hold that up as, a story of how you can pull yourself up by your bootstraps in America. And his dad was with him in Iowa. His dad was with him in Dallas, and he has the same sort of mannerisms that the younger Cruz does, this sort of televangelist slash stand-up comedian, likes to work the crowd, has sort of a big booming voice. So, when it comes to Cruz's rhetoric, from what I've seen, the apple hasn't fallen too far from the tree. So we'll see if he's there tonight. It's not clear that his dad's going to be here in New Hampshire, but he's been here a lot with Senator Cruz this summer.
Hey, Sean, thanks so much for taking time to talk to us today.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. Have fun.
Yep, thanks, guys.